The Role of Private Eyes, Unraveling the Detective in Film Noir. Title: The Role of Private Eyes, Unraveling the Detective in Film Noir. One of the most iconic figures in this genre is the private detective, a solitary and cynical hero navigating the dark underbelly of society. This article explores the significant role of private eyes in film noir, unraveling their persona and understanding their contribution to the intrigue and allure of this timeless cinematic movement. This unique genre blended elements of crime, mystery, and shadowy visuals to create an atmosphere of treachery, deceit, and inner conflict. Amidst the darkness, the figure of the private detective rose to prominence, mirroring the anxieties and moral ambiguities of the time. Personifying moral ambiguity, 300 words. The private eye in film noir is a character whose moral compass is often rendered ambiguous. They reside in the gray areas of society, showing neither an unwavering sense of justice nor a fully corrupted nature. This moral ambiguity allows them to navigate the morally murky world of crime, often employing unconventional methods to pursue their goals. The audience is drawn to this complex persona, grappling with the notion of justice and the limits one can cross to achieve it. The hard-boiled detective archetype, 400 words. The private eye in film noir epitomizes the hard-boiled detective archetype. They are tough, cynical, and emotionally detached, with a propensity for violence and a willingness to engage in shady dealings. This archetype, popularized by authors such as Dashiell Hammett and Raymond Chandler, became the epitome of the noir detective. Their sharp wit, sarcastic remarks, and fatalistic outlook on life became defining characteristics. The femme fatale connection, 300 words. In film noir, the private detective often encounters the enigmatic femme fatale, a seductive and dangerous woman who entangles him in a web of deceit. The femme fatale uses her charm and allure to manipulate the detective, leading him into moral and ethical dilemmas. The interplay between the femme fatale and the detective adds yet another layer of complexity to the noir narrative, blurring the line between good and evil. Unraveling the mystery, 200 words. The private eye, with his determination and sharp intellect, becomes the driving force behind unraveling the intricate plot lines of film noir. Through his relentless pursuit of truth, he peels back layers of lies, deception, and corruption that permeate the shadows. In a world where official law enforcement is often portrayed as ineffective or corrupt, the detective becomes a beacon of hope, restoring a semblance of order and justice. The evolution of the genre, 200 words. Over the years, film noir has evolved and adapted to reflect the changing societal and cultural landscapes. While the classic era of film noir is often associated with black and white visuals and gritty urban settings, modern interpretations have embraced color and explored diverse settings. However, the role of the private eye remains a vital and recurring element, regardless of the stylistic changes. Different cultural perspectives, 300 words. Although film noir originated in the United States, its influence has spread globally, leading to the emergence of various international variations. Each culture brings its unique interpretation of the private eye archetype, adding new layers of complexity and cultural context. In Japan's Nikkei Jidai, Golden Age, cinema, for example, private detectives navigate the post-war devastation and societal upheaval, embodying a combination of Western and Eastern ideals. Subverting gender roles, 400 words. While private eyes are traditionally portrayed as male characters, contemporary film noir has taken steps to subvert gender roles. In recent years, we have seen female private detectives taking the lead, challenging the conventions of the genre. These female protagonists bring their unique perspectives and experiences to the narratives, introducing new dynamics and showcasing the strength and complexity of women in the genre. Exploring the human psyche, 300 words. In addition to unraveling mysteries, private eyes in film noir often delve into the dark recesses of the human psyche. They confront their own inner demons, haunted by past traumas or personal failures. This exploration of the human condition adds a layer of psychological depth to the genre, inviting audiences to examine their own fears, desires, and vulnerabilities. Relevance and endurance, 200 words. Even though film noir is rooted in a particular historical and cultural moment, its themes and characters continue to resonate with audiences today. The private detective, with their flaws, internal conflicts, and relentless pursuit of justice, serves as a timeless and universal figure. The genre's exploration of moral ambiguity, human frailty, and societal corruption remains relevant in any era, inviting audiences to reflect on their own existence and the choices they make. The legacy of film noir, 200 words. The impact of film noir on the cinematic landscape cannot be overstated. Its influence can be seen in the work of directors such as Quentin Tarantino and the Coen brothers, who borrow heavily from the visual style and narrative tropes of the genre. The private eye archetype continues to inspire and shape contemporary storytelling, providing a rich source of inspiration for creators across various media. Beyond film, television, and literature, 300 words. The private detective is not limited to the realm of film noir, they have also made their mark on television and literature. The influence of technology, 400 words. As technology advances, the role of the private eye in solving mysteries and uncovering the truth has evolved alongside it. This evolution reflects the changing nature of crime and the ever-growing reliance on technology in everyday life. The ethical dilemma of surveillance, 300 words. The use of surveillance technology by private eyes raises ethical questions about privacy and the boundaries of personal freedom. In an era where surveillance cameras are omnipresent, private detectives must grapple with the conflict between their mission to uncover the truth and the potential violation of individuals' rights. This ethical dilemma adds another layer of complexity to the character of the private eye and challenges audiences to consider the implications of pervasive surveillance. This symbol of justice can be seen as a response to a society that has lost faith in the institutions responsible for upholding law and order. Through their pursuit of truth and their willingness to confront corruption, private eyes become the underdogs fighting against a system that has failed them. The relevance of film noir in contemporary society, 200 words.